I have the great pleasure of being accompanied today by Cyrus Akradi, Pilot Communications USA, and they kind of got our attention at Sun and Fun because they're talking about, oh, hey, cool headset. Okay, great, there's cool headsets. Carbon fiber. Okay, carbon fiber is cool, but not the only game in town. 10 ounces. What? So at that point, you had our full attention, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, you've got two headsets. One's passive attenuation, the other is using A&R.
Right.
And then you've got a distinctly capable Bluetooth system that goes with it. It's part of the headset, or it can be a standalone unit.
Right.
So give me the brief, Cyrus.
Yeah.
What's going on with Pilot Communications USA?
Right. Well, yeah, so we've been in the design of this headset for about 3 years, just trying to see, getting feedback from, customers and saying, trying to see what we can do to make it pretty much more comfortable for them and, provide less fatigue for those long flights. So we just wanted to make it as light as possible and really give it, some good ear seals with some memory foam on it. So we actually changed the ear seals as well to provide that leatherette memory foam feeling. And after a few flights, it'll just memorize exactly how the shape of your ear is and all that good stuff. But yeah, we just really mainly wanted to bring something that could just provide comfort and give everyone an endless flight without complaining about clamping pressure or anything like that. So definitely a solid headset. Obviously really light, and it also comes with that BlueLink module on top of that headset. So a little 2-in-1 action there, which is pretty good. So can't go wrong with that.
Let's spotlight the BlueLink for a moment.
Okay.
When you're talking about 2-in-1, what are you talking about? Explain.
Right. So, well, besides the headset being carbon fiber and light and all that, this is really where it comes down to, is this module. And in this module, we can connect two devices to this module, the Bluetooth module, and no one else is really doing that right now. So we can also have an iPad connected, for example, and an iPhone. So if you're paired up to your ForeFlight, you can still get notifications coming in from the iPad and still be listening to your music from your iPhone. So that was the biggest part of it, was getting that two connections to it. And we also added a muting feature, which is the airplane mode and the mix, and then the off. And on that, we can pretty much just bypass any ATC. If you don't want to have ATC bothering you, you can just put it on off, which it won't have ATC bothering you, so you can still have your music playing. And then that airplane mode will have them mute, or it'll have the device mute. So if ATC is coming in, you can hear what they're saying, not having the music override it. So
now, does it do that as a function of a different volume, or does it do it as a function of interruption?
I'd say interruption. I mean, it's more just not getting interrupted.
Okay.
So it depends. If you're just going on a cross country and you don't need a transmit or anything like that, you just put it on the airplane mode.
There you go.
Because you don't want them interfering with your music or anything like that. You're not communicating to them. So
okay.
Yeah, it's definitely for that reason. But yeah, besides that, we also made it interchangeable, so you can switch up to any cable. You can go to a helicopter.
Yeah, you can match the helicopter, you can match the bows, you can match it quite a bit.
Right. So even military application as well. So it just really depends on what you want. So you can make it, mix and match at that point. So really user friendly. You can do whatever you want with it in any application. So, and we also put that record out feature as well, which I think is my favorite personally. Doing the GoPro recordings and stuff, recording your audio in. Saves less cords dangling around. It's just direct fit right into there. Mm-hmm. So, and that's a big feature of it. And if we can bypass those AA batteries by using that USB-C power input, so we don't even need to use the batteries if you don't like.
Okay.
So that's also different, and the record out is also new. So a few newer things than the old series BlueLink.
This is what, BlueLink 2?
BlueLink 2.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Which is also a part of the headset, or you can just get it, the individual device itself, which you can go to any GA headset, any helicopter headset, anything like that. So
getting this puppy down to 10 ounces, obviously that's a carbon situation and so forth, but carbon's not cheap, and you made it cheap, and you've got a price point of the ANR, the A1 in the $600, $650 range, is what I understand, which is kind of unheard of because you move up to similar capabilities and you're paying $1,000 or more otherwise.
Exactly.
So they got to be beating down your door for this one.
Yeah.
How did you manage to keep it that light?
Well, we really just made everything on it, even all the way up to the frame, even the bolt and the nut on that bolt is even carbon fiber. So I mean, every little bit of detail is really carbon fiber on it. Just trying to reduce that weight, even making the module of noise canceling a little bit lighter than our usual ones. So as I said, it was 3 years of design of just seeing what every little piece of it that we can make the lightest and save that weight. So
fascinating. Tell us a little bit about the company. Where are you all at?
So we're in Southern California, Irvine. We've been around since 1984. And we focus on headsets, intercoms, adapters, microphones, and any type of accessory, and headsets like speakers and microphones, any type of parts and accessories.
Yeah, I noticed you've got quite a list of adapters and interconnects and so forth. So and do you stock all that, or you just build on spec?
We do a little bit of both. I mean, we have a good amount of stock already, but depending on big orders, we like to prepare.
We were looking down the list and we were sitting there going, hey, they got all the GoPro stuff too. And we're going, oh, darn. We need all that for Oshkosh. So, by the way, expect the order.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
There we go.
Nathan will be
calling
you with the credit card any day now. That goes. Okay, so let's take a look at this now. The lightness is evident the minute you pick it up. You pick up an equivalent headset, it's significantly heavier.
Right.
But I like the way that it's been set up. You've got plenty of adjustments on the headband.
Right.
And most important, the ear cups are wide enough to take care of dumbos like me. So it works pretty well from there. Tell me about the microphone.
Yeah, so we have a noise canceling electret microphone, and that was a big deal on it too. I mean, that right alone gives you the canceling on top of having noise canceling in the cups itself. So you're getting dual effects of noise canceling. So if you got some engine noise and all that, it definitely does significantly block that out, good amount. So and also even up here, we went with a flat cable almost instead of a rounded one. So in case people are twisting them around and stuff, it doesn't get any tension.
Oh,
so,
wonderful. Okay.
Very, very little details that we wanted to make sure will benefit it in the long run. So and it's got 5-year warranty on it, and it's
you were mentioning before that you've got warranty support or repair support for headsets that have been long out of production for decades. And it's nice to know that some people will back that up, because I've got more than a few orphan pieces of gear out there that have no way of
finding those parts
repairs, or even a manufacturer anymore, the way some of that has gone.
Right.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so anything from 1984 we still support. I mean, even down to the screw. I mean, we got it all. So all the parts. So.
Interesting. Well, the whole industry, and I'm asking everybody about this, the whole industry just went through a hell of a year.
Right.
It was tough for a number of reasons. Traveling was difficult. Communication was difficult. Where you could work, how you could work, all that was difficult. How did Pilot Communications USA get through the pandemic?
Well, it was definitely a tough year, but we just kept our hopes high, and we kept working and trying to see what we can do to get out of this mess. I would still say mostly we had a couple months that were definitely tough, but surprisingly we had a few good military contracts were coming in, and we love supporting the military, so those were really helpful coming in. But we definitely did notice things were definitely a bit slower. But I think we still had other, different type of clients that were still, supporting us during that. So it could have been worse, but I think we still made it by,
Excellent.
Willingly.
How does the effect of this year change you as a company?
Effect of this year?
I mean, everybody is coming out of this with individual lessons, ways of changing how their business is operated, how they're selling, how they're communicating, what have you. Has pilot communications changed, and will it change in the future?
Yeah. I think we're just really trying to, definitely step up our marketing game, and really, because we have really good products that will benefit a lot of people, and we just want to push that on to the people and get that message out. So I would say it's definitely changing in the sense of just advertising and showing what we do best and what we got. So
well, the interesting thing, up until recently, you're kind of a secret to me.
Right.
And I like what I'm seeing. Matter of fact, I've got one of your headsets I'm going to be trying out on some L39 runs here
Awesome.
Pretty quick as soon as the weather clears.
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
Man, every time I was, well, come on out, fly with us,
Yeah,
man.
I want to go on an L39.
Oh, I'm telling you, we were all out ready to fly the other day out of Cecil Field, and the weather is just totally crapped out. And we had two Marine Corps F-35 guys sitting in the FBO going, I'm not going out there. And we're sitting there, but no, they are not interested.
Yeah.
It was tough. The birds were walking, if that tells you anything. So we're looking forward to giving it a good test, and we'll have that done by Oshkosh and let people know how you hold up. But what I'm hearing from people is pretty good.
Right.
Where do you go in the future, Willis? Any plans, any ideas, any upgrades?
Well, we would always like to upgrade, but I mean, based off that, we're probably going to get some more feedback from people and see. We always listen to the customers. That's mainly what it is. Just listen to people and see what we can do differently. But as far as now, everyone's very happy with it, and if there's anything I could change, I don't know what I would change, honestly. We really thought about it for 3 years of just trying to see everything we can possibly do.
That's actually a really good answer. When you're at a point where I can't think anything better to do, that's when you know you're in the right spot at the right time. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
And thanks for getting out here. I know for a fact that you had your own interesting aviation adventure just getting to Dallas.
Right.
Because the airline, the more I know about the airlines, man, the more a Cessna 172 looks good.
Literally.
And in some cases, you probably would have gotten here sooner. Eek. So there we
Probably
go.
could have been quicker getting here in a Cessna.
I'm telling you.
With the weather, but
probably had a nicer trip too.
Yeah, nicer trip.
There
literally.
Cyrus, we appreciate all your time joining us here on Aero-News.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 64th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Dallas, Texas, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.